just fishing, fishing, just fishing.
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
Fishing,
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
just fishing,
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
fishing,
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
just fishing,
Jigging jerks, jigging jerks, jigging jerks.
fishing.
All right, here we go, guys. 5 a.m. Sunday, June 6th. Boat neighbor here, 34 CV twin Zook 350s. Solo, no charter today. Last free day till the end of November, and I'm double booked every weekend and 3 weeks of vacation. Had a long day yesterday. We had the Billies by the Bay tournament. It's the day after that. A 15-hour day between getting to the boat, fishing, and then coming to the awards thing and the dinner and the music and the raffles. Great time, actually. But I wanted to do an early morning run, and I brought 3 rods. I couldn't decide between Fluke, Weakfish, and stripers, and I haven't done stripers like at the rips in a while, so I'm leaning towards that in the first instance. I'm going to head, I believe, to Plum Gut. It's the last of the incoming. The incoming is a good tide. We should have 2 solid hours of fishing, about 10 miles east of here. This is Peconic Bay, Long Island. I'm at Sterling Harbor, Greenport. See what happens. Check in a little bit.
All right, here we go, guys. And as you heard in that intro, a solo Sunday, June 6th trip with the original target, after much back and forth that morning, being stripers. And I'm heading east now. You'll see the clip here. I'm running to Plum Gut, about 10 miles away from my dock. And I talked about 2 hours of good tide. It wound up being 15 minutes. I did 5 drifts, 4 fish, 3 stripers, 1 bluefish. First striper was 30 inches. You'll see that. And then I decided, you know what? I'm 15 minutes in. Why not try for a Peconic Bay Slam? Weakfish, fluke, striper, bluefish. 2 of the 4 knocked off. I decided to head about 17 miles west. Got weakfish. That took 5 minutes. And then the irony, I wind up fishing for fluke for about 45 minutes before I landed a keeper. A 27-inch, 8.5 keeper, and I mentioned the Billies by the Bay tournament the day before. That fish would have won us $9,000, but say la vie, we had a great time at the tournament anyway. We got 4th out of 63 boats, which isn't bad. We were out of the money though, but for me personally, this was a great trip. Peconic Bay Slam, first time I'd even tried to do that, and to get it done, I believe in an hour and 48 minutes, including about 30 miles of running time on the boat, for me was great. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, if you do like these videos, hit that like button. And if you're not already a subscriber and you like this type of content, please consider subscribing.
There we go. First drift. What do we got? There's the rip. Small rip. Taking some drag. Big blue, I guess. Dang. Let's see. Or a big striper. Yeah, baby. All right. Of course, I don't have the net. Swing them in, release them. A keeper. All right, buddy. Oh, whoa. Dang, son. You swallowed this. All right. And you've been caught before. All right. Easy. Give him a quick measure. He's gonna pass though. 30. All right. All right, getting out of the rip. The rip is not bad today. I have a video from last year with Doc. We were at a different spot. This is Plum Island, right here to our left, which is east. West of us is Orient Point, the eastern tip of the North Fork. And we got a simple 3-way rig, 10-ounce bank sinker. We got a bucktail with a piece of I think there's a fat cow jig strip, just a regular smiling bill type yellow bucktail. This is our first drift, 30-inch striper. This can get hairy, and I'm not sure if you can see the bottom here, but it's loaded with bait, it's loaded with fish, and we're gonna gradually climb here. The rip is right behind us. We're gonna get to about 100 feet. I'm gonna drop it down with the 10-ounce sinker. We're gonna be moving about 4 miles an hour. See the birds diving here too. And then we're gonna hit about 29 feet, and usually right in front of the rip, because the current is moving so fast this way, south to north, the stripers are just sitting there waiting for the bait to get swept over them, and then it's easy pickings. You feel a bump, you reel up twice, you will lose a lot of rigs here. It is very snaggy. And the drop is insane. We're at 47 feet now. I'm gonna move up 100 feet, and we're gonna be at about 100 feet. All right, let's see. We're at 82 feet, 86, 88, 90. And we'll stop at 90. Not gonna be moving that far. 94, 93, 94. All right, slow the boat down. Shut the motors off. Drop it down. This is somewhere where we constantly have to look at the depth. 88, 87. And the closer we get to that rip, the faster we're gonna move. And the rip is nothing today. I mean, there are times where it can be downright scary. We're at 82 already. I just hit bottom. That's the first keeper striper of the year. That's a good feeling. 76. Oh, ton of bait down there. Hit bottom, reel up twice. 70. Bottom twice. Oh, that's a fish. I thought that was bottom. Oh, second drift, second fish. Much smaller than the first one. Let's see what we got. It's the leader. What do we got? Oh, we got a bluefish this time. All right. Don't want this guy in the boat. Cocktail blue. Oh, not a cocktail, but a 4 or 5 pounder. Come on. Oh, there you go. All right, start of the third drift. One blue, one keeper striper. You know, I brought the other rods. We might get tired. Oh, 130 feet. I came a little further this time. 124. We'll give it a second. Let's get down to 100, and then we'll drop. I just lost my depth. I brought the other rods just in case things were slam bam. Thank you, ma'am. Here, and then maybe we could go back into Peconic Bay. This is technically Gardner's Bay here. Long Island Sound is actually right behind us, and if that's the case, maybe we'll try for some weekies. Maybe we'll try for some fluke. I brought a rod for each. Like I said in that intro, we had a really long day yesterday, and I'm in no mood to spend another 12 hours on the water. 37. It's right behind me. $33. There we go. Third drift, third fish. This guy's running out. Probably a blue. Yep. Oh, striper. Not as big as the other one. Mid-20s maybe. Yeah. About low 20s. Come on, buddy. Up. All right. And again, it's so nice when there isn't a huge rip here. Very little wind, but whatever wind there is from the south. And we're drifting south to north, which is the incoming tide here. So when you have wind with tide, the rip is generally more docile. Wind against tide, and if that wind is ripping, and if it's a new moon or a full moon, it's not a fun place to be. There's some fish working on top right in front of me. Not going to show up on the GoPro, but about 200 feet in front of me, 62 feet. $54 feet. I'm on. All right. Well, this was deeper, so I'm gonna guess bluefish. Just took off on me. Let's see. Oh, striped bass. All right. Come on, little buddy. Let's get you home to mama. All right, little guy. Oh, look at that. Look at his tail. Somebody had a hack at him. All right, 5 drips, 4 fish, 3 stripers, 1 keeper striper, 1 and the striper did that to my hand. First one, had to get that hook out from under him. Let's head into the bay and see what we can do from a Weakfish and fluke perspective, fluke time permitting. Hopefully with the incoming current, Weakfish seem to like that a little more in the bay. The last of it, we can bang one out, try for stripers, and maybe get a slam. Fluke, Weakfish, blue, striper, slam, we'll see. All right, I'll check back in a bit.
And here's a shot of me now running back west, back into Peconic Bay, about 17 miles from Plum Gut to the Weakfish spot, and it did not take long to catch 3 Weakfish.
All right, drop in a diamond jig, little teaser on top of that. Diamond jig is a A47, really small one. Oh, be nice if I set my drag. It's a Bluefish rod, little pen battle too. A lot of shit marking on the bottom. Let's see if anything will actually hit it. Well, that didn't take long. Oh. Feels weaky. All right, we're doing good with first drops today. That was, I don't know, 30 seconds in, including the drop down. There it is. Nice Weakfish on the diamond jig. Keeper. Beautiful. Not keeping any fish. Didn't bring ice. Let's get him in the boat. There we go. Beautiful fish. There he is, croaking. Whoa! All right. I wanted to show him for the camera, but set the camera off for 1 second. Of course. Another weekie on the diamond jig, a little smaller than the last one. Bet he's 16 though. And that's how they get their name, weak mouths. A beautiful fish. Oh, there you go, buddy. Right, we are not going to even reset the drift. 2 drops, 2 weekies. We're gonna go right for Fluke in a minute or two. If there weren't this many boats around, I would just spot lock here. The bottom is paved with them. They're finicky though. Sometimes they want to bite, sometimes they don't. Right now, they're definitely biting. Ooh, better one. Definitely a better one. And on light tackle, it's a lot of fun. Possible I have 2 on? I don't know. Nope, 1 big one. On the diamond jig again. Ignoring the gulp. Beautiful colors on these fish. All right. Healthy 4-pounder. Yeah, all right, go. All right, I don't know. 1 drop, 3 fish, maybe 3 minutes here, 2 minutes, I don't know. Let's let's put the little gulp away. I got the big gulp there. Ow. Let's move a little east again. Try for Fluke.
And here we are running east again, heading to the Fluke grounds, just maybe 2-3 miles away, the first spot, an area called the Green Lawns. Did 2 drifts there, took about 25 minutes to do those 2 drifts. Sea robins only, unfortunately, and I said I did not want to be out a long time. I really wanted to get the slam in under an hour. I was close. If I had picked up a Fluke at the Green Lawns, I would have done it. But I said one more spot in Greenport, local waters to me, about 5 miles, 6 miles east of the Green Lawns, and I was rewarded. Unfortunately, I literally had just dropped. I didn't turn my camera on. I thought I had it on. So we're going to start the footage with the aftermath, the realization when I thought I was shutting off my camera that my camera was not on.
All right, so camera wasn't on, I don't think. Oh, camera was not on. I just tried to turn it off to make sure it wasn't on, and so Murphy's Law, 6:48. So just under 2 hours. I left the dock at 5. I can't believe I didn't get this guy on film. Let's give him I don't want to kill a fish like this. Pink Shine, John Skinner, S&S bucktail. Really heavy fish, really long fish. Let's give it a quick measure and a release, maybe a quick picture. Yeah, 27-inch fish. I'm gonna guess 8 pounds. Oh, heavy. Yeah, over 8. There's the 8. 8 is clearly showing. There's the 10. I'm gonna say 8.5. Let me oh, I don't have my phone. I left my phone at home. Let me take a picture with the iPhone. All right, camera's back on my head. 28-inch, 8.5 pound Fluke. Let's make sure she's okay. Let's get her back in the water. Whoa, that did not take long. I might have had her out a minute and a half. All right, I think that's a good day to end today. Whew. Sucks I didn't have it on film. I can't believe that, but yeah, I didn't bring it alive like that with me. He fell to a 2-ounce S&S Skinner bucktail, Pink Shine, John Kim teaser on top. nuclear chicken, but the bucktail did it. And wow, what a day. And it is 6:51. My dock is over there. I'm headed in.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't point out that fluke fell on a John Skinner dark matter fluke rod. I'm going to venture a guess it's the largest fluke caught so far on his rod. Again, really disappointed I didn't get it on video, but just putting that aside, personally a great trip for me. Just under 2 hours, and I got the slam with the keeper fluke, keeper striper, weakfish, bluefish. Great day, and I was able to get home before 9, even cleaning the boat and doing everything else, and get a couple of hours of sleep before I started editing this video. Hope you enjoyed. As always, if you do like these videos, hit that like button, and if you're not already a subscriber and you like this type of content, please consider subscribing.